Learning about spices and herbs today, learning the difference, learning how to use them with Janine Washle from Cloverfield's Farm and Kitchen. We're starting off with herbs.
Yes.
You can grow all these things in your garden.
I do.
And the nice thing about herbs, they're pretty easy to grow, most of them.
They are, and you don't want to use rich, fertile soil. They grow best in poor soil. When you've got mint growing everywhere, that's awesome because that means you've got the right amount of water and not too many nutrients. Mints, all kinds of mints love that.
Okay. I've got mint growing like crazy at my house. I keep yanking the stuff out, trimming it back, you know, and I've still got mint to use in the tea.
I have quite a few varieties. This is a Kentucky Kernel, and
That's
you were
what I
mentioning
have.
that's what you have. This is the perfect mint julep mint. And then this is peppermint. And it's got a
it
really
has a totally different smell.
Yes,
it's really fragrant.
This is in the mint family, but it's lemon balm, and it has a really beautiful lemony smell.
Interesting. Now, all these things can be used to flavor different types of food.
Yes.
And you say you can also preserve your herbs. Now, why would you preserve them, or how do you preserve them?
You would preserve your herbs to use them in the winter when we don't have access to our
really
herb
like
garden.
what we buy as dried herbs in the grocery store. You can do that yourself.
Absolutely, in more creative ways. And the most popular herbs are cilantro, rosemary, thyme, parsley. Oh, we've got our parsley over here, and those are the most common ones to grow.
Okay.
But you can also grow things like bay leaves. Those are bay leaves out of my garden. You can grow fennel, which the fennel has just been all over the place. I have a 12-foot hedge of basil, Genovese basil, and then thyme and some exotic things like this is really big in Hispanic cooking. It's called purslane, and a lot of people find this growing in their gardens as a weed, but you know, one man's weed, another man's herb.
Yeah.
And then this is lemongrass, which is kind of an unusual thing, but this smells really good. And the tops here are the source of citronella oils for bug sprays. Smell how delicious that smells.
It does smell just like a citronella candle.
It does.
So you have salt here, and that's what we're going to use to preserve the herbs?
Yes, you just use an inexpensive salt. You don't have to buy anything terribly expensive. The beauty of kosher salt is it's truly just salt, and you see they're flat flakes, so they lay right against the basil. And
you can see the leaf down in there.
Yes, you can see just the layers right here, and it takes about 2 weeks for the salt to pull the essential oils out of the basil, which then it flavors the salt with that basil scent, so you can use it in marinades, meat rubs, on vegetables, and then these become hard and crumbly, so you can
so you just brush the salt off and store them?
Exactly, and you just crumble it over the top of things. You can also make pesto. A lot of people will make pesto and put them into ice cube trays. I have a problem with that. I want the pure taste of the basil, or you can do it with other herbs too. Pesto just means pounded.
Okay.
So you can use parsley this way, thyme, and I use sometimes 100% vegetable stock with those pureed herbs so that I don't have all of that oil. If I'm making something that I don't want all of that excess oil in, it's just an easier way and a lower fat way to preserve your herbs in the freezer.
Clever. All right, and
So,
real quickly, we're almost out of time. We're going to make a sachet, which would allow you to have that fragrance, and then how would you use the sachet?
Yes, it's the polyphenols in herbs that give us the health benefits, and so you're going to make the bouquet, which is also bouquet garni, and these fresh leaves work better for that, and you just lash them together, and then if you've just got these little bits like this, that's when you would use the sachet.
And either way, you could use this in cooking, so you could drop this in a soup and have the flavor come out.
Absolutely, and that's why you've got the large string, the long string, so it's easier to fish out. And you can even tie this on the handle of your pot and then easily fish it out. And that's easy, and that's what the French call the bouquet garni. And this is, and the combination of thyme, parsley, and bay leaf is called a classic bouquet garni.
A classic herb. Very good. Janine's got some recipes and ideas for you on how to use herbs in your kitchen. All you have to do is email her and she sends you back a brochure. We have her information on our website, wdrb.com. You can go there and find out more. Thank you, Janine.
Welcome.
And we're going to talk about spices in just a little while.